Longing. Is there a fuller word in all the world? Tell me, is there an emptier one? I want to talk to you about a book that I very recently read and loved and hated and thought about a lot. This one, The Heart Asks Pleasure First by Karuna Ezara Parikh. This is the debut novel of Karuna Ezara Parikh, who was a broadcast journalist, a poet, and a screenwriter earlier. There is no doubt that she is immensely talented. She is graceful in her storytelling, so much so that her prose is poetry at times. The Heart Asks Pleasure First is a story that has been told too many times since the beginning of time. A boy meets a girl, they belong to different worlds and they cannot be together in this life, but they fall in love anyway. In this case, it is a Pakistani Muslim boy meeting an Indian Hindu girl. Again, cliche, I know. But I must say, the way the story flows, even the meeting between Daya, our heroine, and Aftab, our hero, is shown in such a way that even if you're a little bit dead inside, like me, you will feel it when you read it. I did mark a few passages in the book saying, "Oh, nobody talks like that, and this is a lot of blah, and this is very sappy." But Karuna Ezara Parikh compensates by writing sentences which will tug at your heart, the way Identity Roy or Toni Morrison would. Our couple, Daya and Aftab, they have a close friend, Wasim, another Pakistani youngster who comes from an impoverished Muslim family. All three are students in Cardiff, the capital of Wales in the UK, where they meet. And before you jump to conclusions, no, it is not a love triangle. Wasim seems blissfully unaware of the relationship between Daya and Aftab, and he loves Daya like family. It's almost surprising to see how the three get along together, even though they come from very different, actually not just different, almost opposing, I would say, worlds. We get to know in detail about the backgrounds of these three characters too. For example, we get to know about Daya's parents, Gyan and Asha, who are two incredible individuals who are probably the most perfect parents possible. And on the other hand, Aftab has parents who do not connect with him at all. When his father had emailed him her photo after their phone conversation, Aftab had replied, not without some irritation at his own effort to do. "Mashallah, she looks like she will make a wonderful wife. I'm blessed." And his father had responded, not without some sarcasm and even a dash of cruelty after pursuit. What more could a young Muslim man ask for? Really, what more? For mercy. Then there are also characters who are in the periphery. They are friends, but they are not really central to the plot. And even their stories are given in too much detail, I would say. And at times the book becomes a sambar because its central theme is love, but it also explores too many other topics like Indo-Pakistan relations, British colonialism, terrorism in South Asia, war on terror, then love jihad, America, xenophobia, Islamophobia, homophobia, poverty, misogyny, patriarchy. I mean, yes, most brilliant works of fiction do it. They do talk about multiple social political issues, but here in this book, it is done in such a way that it is not really essential to or even adding depth to the narrative. And also, I found it kind of preachy at times because the author is like desperate for the reader to agree with her perspective, which I did do, by the way. But it shouldn't feel forced like it did in this book, I would say. It is that there are no great characters at all. The central characters are all too pure, too honest, and actually too good to be true. Even when they're bad, that is, when they're rude or intolerant or disloyal, they're still good. Because it is definitely worth the time and energy you will put into it and the emotional exertion I guarantee you will undergo. And I reiterate, I will definitely read Karuna Ezara Parikh's next novel whenever that happens because I love what her pen does to paper. Now, let me know what you liked or not liked about the book and mention in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.